Hi everyone. Hi. Today I'm going to talk about my final project for my class IST 42, crowdsourcing and crowd AI systems. So my topic is tax recommendation. So my motivation for this project is there are currently not any recommend system provided for the Amazon Mechanical Turk or other crowdsourcing platform. Most of the time, or all the time, the workers are finding the text by themselves. So I want to create a system or a platform for them to able to find what type or what kind of tax they are fit to work on, or I want to suggest them some tasks that are easy and fast paid. So the benefiter most likely will be the workers, obviously, since I'm creating this platform for them. And I think with this platform, at this current worldwide pandemic situation, it can give some uh, beginner workers some guidance or help them uh, get a little bit money while they stay at home um, for this time. So, um, search on the internet. Many researchers um they did talk about creating such a system or platform for the workers, but most of them focus on the infrastructure, or they just propose or describe what will a tax recommend system be like. Most of them create a machine learning model, and then they will create a ranking system for the recommendation. But most of them didn't actually create a real platform or system that can be used. They they just stick in the stage where just describing the framework. I think the reason for this might be it is hard to collect um, data that most of the researchers need for creating this uh, system, because uh, only Amazon or only the requester have most of the data that needed to create such a system. However, it is hard to let every requester to share um, or worker to share their working or creating project experience to the public. And Amazon is now willing to change the Amazon Mechanical Turk platform into a better workforce or workplace for the workers. So far, many of the projects are stuck at the data phase because it's hard to get, the time use of the whole data, and since the tags are described not very precise, so it's hard for the researchers to actually create such a system um, based on the current data out there. So my purpose for this project is to create or to give recommendation to workers, uh, not including beginners or even expert workers. So I will provide instruction or help to the workers to. I will show them what most likely some of the jobs in the mechanical turn will be, or what you should expect when you see different types of the works in the market. And I want to teach workers why uh, doing this, not just for the money, it actually help the researchers a lot in this way. So the methods I choose is to create a website where I give instruction and raw recommendation to the workers. The website will mostly contain several pages. The first will be basic raw recommendation that based on your experience, based on your skill, uh, based on the language, and it will give you a raw estimation about what type of keyword you should search when you finding a job to do in the Amazon Mechanical Turk. Also, I really want to create a machine learning model, maybe using k-mean clustering. Most likely, I want to use k-mean clustering to create this model to generate recommendation for workers. Um, so because the website I actually do create it, and for the machine learning model, I currently only are able to find the semantic parts on the web where the the requester or the researcher actually provide the data online, uh, and I gather those data from it's actually from the NAACL 2010 workshop where they share the data here. The most of them is about semantic. Semantics is a big part of the jobs in Mechanical Turk. I also want to collect some more similar data in like image or vision um, in order to generate a model. But so far, the only data set I can find is all about semantics, where the origin data have start date and accept date, so I'm able to subtract them and to able to get the work time or the submit time or the acceptance time, and from this data I'm able to subtract the information I need to create such a model. So let's jump to the website. So here is the website I created. Because the previous website I created is not functioning. I have to create a new one today. The old site is unrecoverable from the team from the hack CMS. So the first page will need you to answer a form. Um, I'll show you the form right now. So first you will ask about uh, which selection criteria will you prefer when doing tax. It's because of the money, or it's because of tax, or it's because of the difficulty, or the time use. I also asked some general question here about their experience, their skill set, if they know more than English language, or if they do know coding or not, because I know there are some small project, some small jobs ask you to code for them. And then based on their response, I will give some raw estimation. It's still just a big pictures of the project, and for the small picture, I will talk more precise in the following pages. And also, I do create another survey just for me to gather data which I need to create such a recommendation model. I'll ask about their experience, um, which job they did, uh, how many time they use, and what they feel about the difficulty, and also the reward amount. So let's jump into this. So the image classification and annotation is a big part in Mechanical Turk. I feel like for those new beginners, some of them may never have this idea about image classification or annotation idea before. So here I basically show them uh, how to do like most of the easy image classification annotation job by circle a car, by square the car, or just to annotate what is in the pictures. For the uh, for the semantic part, um, I do give a simple example about giving their tune, their attitude about the sentence, because this is show very well show a lot of time in the jobs market. I also provide useful links if they want to know more about the scene behind the semantic analysis. So throughout the project, um, the challenge are basically the data is too hard to gather. Since Amazon has most of the data, but there they didn't really share much of the data into the public. It's really hard for me to get a hands on the data I need. And since since there also might be personality within each workers, and Amazon have like each workers some privacy information which sometimes are really helpful when creating such recommendation system. So I feel like if Amazon is willing to create such recommendation system, it would be perfect for the workers because Amazon have all this data and they can create such a good recommendation system for the workers. And because the data is too hard to gather, I'm literally stuck at the modern phase, which didn't put out such a project I want to create in the first page. And here's all my for my presentation. Thanks.